Hey guys, Solarkneecaps here with another episode of Climb to Iron to Bronze. Now, in the last two episodes, we've talked about a lot of different things, a little bit of early game, a little bit of late game, and we even kind of got around to playing mostly like AP Flex, and I'm going to try to build some AD comps, but at the end of the day, the great thing about TFT is that we kind of just have to play what we get. So let's go ahead and find out what we get to play. So again, I'm going to continue to reiterate this point. You want to itemize your front line over your back line. So I'm going to try to get chainmail here, if not this belt. There you go. And chainmail is just a fantastic starting item. I mean, it makes a lot of very good frontline items, and it also makes GA, which is a very good flexible item. So let's get it. Let's see what we can get. And just like in the second episode, I kind of wanted to talk about building your strongest board because I think a lot of random masters level people will just be like, oh yeah, build your just play strongest board, but it's not exactly sure what that means. So again, boom, immediately looking at Warmogs here is usually best in slot for most frontliners. And really, a big idea is like making sure you get your three good. Well, it is tempting, but the fact of the matter is I have a belt on her. So let's just let's do that. We'll go from there. Okay. Haven't seen that shot before. Like I said, everyone kind of has a little bit of a different play style. I'm just not a reroll player for the most part. I do play like sometimes Caitlyn and Talon, but not like full on 1-star rerolls. So maybe I'll get a game in that. We'll see what the augments are. Oh boy. So a couple of things here. Obviously, Broken Stopwatch is not a bad augment, but choosing it early can be a bit risky since I don't have any clockworks. And it's kind of the same idea with Gold Reserves. I actually really like this one. I think it's a lot of fun. But Metabolic Accelerator is actually getting nerfed in the PBE so that it's only during normal rounds, not PBE rounds. But I love this augment. It is fantastic. It's just super super beneficial. There's so much, I mean, this is the main. I mean, why wouldn't you just like to do this the entire time? But nah, honestly, it just kind of keeps you healthy. It allows for a couple of options. It allows you to kind of take some of those losses in the early game, so a lot of people will lose streak with this augment. And it also kind of helps you stabilize during the mid game when you're kind of in that transitional period in your comp. Oh, well. And I am too slow. But on the plus hand side, looks like we're going to be able to play Yordles again. Yordles and Mercs are fantastic for the early game and mid game to kind of econ up. And we'll just see. I mean, my board's not super strong. Let's see, what's mutant this game? Okay, it's Dark Star again, so I'm not really caring about that. Just going to pick up a good pair, slam some items. Negatron can be a lot of different things, but for now, I'll just put it here on Poppy. But most commonly, it can be Hurricane or QSS, or Gargoyles, Dragon's Claw, Chalice, Zephyr, Ionic Spark. Honestly, everything but Bloodthirster is pretty good. And it looks like we have another guy that's got the same augment as us. And probably next round, we're going to go ahead and start scouting the augments. I probably could have done that last turn, but that's okay. No big deal. And since we have Metabolic, we're okay with losing here. Is it the correct play to level up to 4 and not get as much metabolic value? It's really up to you. Again, I'm just such a win streak sort of player that it's hard for me to kind of almost think of any other way, but I guess I'm just not that flexible, I suppose. So let's go ahead and look at augments. We have a Tome, which again, he immediately popped. We got Socialite. We talked about how you wanted to have at least 5 units on board before doing something like that. Imperials, which I think is a bit sleeper. Thrill the Hunt, which is pretty good early game. Another metabolic. Armor plating, so we'll see if he goes Colossus late game. Protector, so he's definitely looking for early game. Maybe reroll, and then Mercs, which is another one of those augments that is very strong in the early game. Again, it can, mercenaries are fantastic when it comes to econing up. You can lose streak, you can win streak with them. They have a lot of pretty good units. Alawi is a fantastic early game tank. You have MF that can do a lot of damage, and I can at least kill you. Okay, well, we took a bad loss, but good thing we are metabolic. And that is something in the business we called your Blitzcrank tax, and I did not pay my Blitzcrank tax by scouting. So a little bit unlucky, but I was scouting everything else out it is what it is, but that's also a very important thing to do during your games is to scout, to check to see if there are, in fact, any blitzcranks that you should worry about. But we are going to be here in the stage of the game where we're going to say, okay, do we want to go 10, make 10? Do we want pre-level, or can we do both? So what do I have on bench? Well, let's just kind of clear bench, clear mind, do some quick math. So we have 5 already, 6, so we can make 10 if we win. What will be at 6? So we'll probably have to sell this. The Heimerdinger, you know, the problem is there's that, like, I don't want to lose the Heimer pair, and Mouse is a pretty good unit to play, you know, right. Oh, wow, does he not actually have Merkson? I don't think he understands. I just have to, okay, he doesn't, bless his heart. I just, I don't want to lose this opportunity to, you know, play Mouse on 5, since that gives me Arcanist and is a pretty good unit. So instead, I'm just going to choose to pre-level, take the Ziggs pair, because I don't want to sell, you know, I don't want to, I got a Poppy pair, I got a Heimer pair, I got a Mouse that I probably want to play next round anyway. And that Mouse with a tier is really tempting. Again, I wanted to play AD, but I just haven't really been given too many options unless I want to take that. Oh, okay, well, I guess I'll take this. So I'll take the sword and I'll put it on Caitlyn for now, just to have someone. I'm going to try to play something AD. I feel like I play mostly AP flex. So trying to be a little more flexible and just kind of see what we can't build. So right now, your main 2 carries when you're looking at AD is Urgot, Jace. Okay, so well, I'm actually going to play Tristana over Malzahar. Just go ahead and do a little of this. So we're not going to be playing Mouse. Let's just go ahead and see where the Socialite Hex is. It's right there, and we're actually going to do something like this, just because I think, you know, we want a little bit more front line, so we're just going to kind of hold on to these for now. I'm not worried about making 6-3, and I don't really care about Lulu, so there we go. We made 10. Got some decent augments. And we're just going to go from here. But your main attack damage carries, you can play Jace, you can play Jhin, you can play Urgot. Those are really your main options. There is obviously Yone, but Yone has kind of fallen off ever since they've been really kind of reworking like how Yone even works and everything. So, you know, again, so we kind of tanked a loss a bit early. So we'll just see if we can't... you know, maybe just get some metabolic value and hopefully just kind of win streak into neutrals here. Oh, look at that. That Warmong's doing a lot of work. That guy's board was not weak whatsoever. And getting a free Poppy 2 here is pretty big. So now we're looking at Econ again. So, you know, at this point, I'm not going to be playing Heimer. I'm not going to be playing 6 Yordles. It's not super optimal, even though I have been getting a lot of Yordles. You know, if you really wanted to, this would have probably been the time to play it, but that's just not what I play. So we'll just get rid of those, pick up some bodyguards, because that's probably when I'm going to be playing at 6, at least a bodyguard. And, you know, we can just kind of pick up the units, get to 20, and go from there. Oh, wow, this guy has a Vex 2 with Syndicate Spats, so that's actually going to hurt when that pops. Ooh, golly. Sheesh. That shit fucking hurts. Okay, alright, this is going to be close, but I don't think Caitlyn has this, unfortunately. So, what you don't want to do is kind of what happened here, which is win-loss, win-loss. These sort of things can happen naturally whenever the power level of the lobby is super variant. I mean, you got, look at that, you got 3 guys at pretty much 80, which is fairly low at this stage. And you also have, you know, a handful of guys that are only have gotten 1 loss. So it's just one of those things. At the end of the day, we've been getting Yordle to kind of supplement some of our woes when it comes to streaking. And, you know, at the end of the day, we'll be able to make 30 no matter what. You know, because we just have these kind of poppies that we can sell this Twitch. So we got 30 right here. And, you know, we got Metabolic to help with some of these losses. We're going to be at 98 on 3-1. So it's almost like we won streak. Okay, ooh, well, I'm going to be wanting to play that over Darius, just as more frontline. Remember, we're looking at frontline. Okay, I got a tier. Okay, well, I guess I'm not playing AD. Um, hmm, that's a bit unfortunate. So we have a couple of options here. I obviously I should have I mentioned on the previous episodes you want to use that round to kind of scout out who you fought, and you know in general I just haven't been paying attention. So here, if we are actually going to be playing AP, we need to kind of eat the sword, and this rod can be a lot of really good things. So for now, we're just going to kind of let Tristana be a bit of an item holder, so you can just hold on to that. You could have also put the tier on Poppy for Negatron. I think that's totally reasonable. But it looks like we're just, the stars are aligning. Mortdog has instructed that I must continue to play AP. So we'll see. Again, loss here is fine. Sell the 2 poppies. We're at 40. Again, metabolic is just getting so much value here. I almost like this sort of like being just losing just a little bit, so then you get metabolic value, get you back, kind of lose to kind of keep you up in a really nice high health total. So at this point, I'm a little concerned about losing too hard. So let's just go ahead, and actually did fight that guy not too long ago because, or go ahead, make 40. Since he's the other metabolic player, so he's been definitely playing it in one direction, so even if he has to pivot off and fall off, he's going to be able to heal back up. I'm just kind of noting that it looks like blitzes are going to be pulling in all different directions, so it just might be an is what it is situation on either Kate or Tristana is going to go. I'm not sure which one is exactly more valuable. Tristana does have the items, but Caitlyn is 2-starred. Blitzcrank down, but we know how strong Tarek can be, so we'll see. Okay, Tarek down, so that's a lot of his healing. But we just have to get past this one last frontliner, and there you go. So this is a great example of talking about how good itemizing and focusing on your frontline is, because look there, this guy just took a 5-unit loss for no reason. I mean, honestly, like our power level was fairly comparable. Yeah, I'm level 6, but I mean, he has definitely a lot more sustained damage. So, okay. So this is a little interesting. So first aid kit I think is pretty underrated. So I like to play Enchanter, so that gives you a lot of options for that. Your healing in general is just going to be really strong. Ascension is not awful. It has been nerfed by quite a bit, but 50% more damage is still pretty decent. And then Sniper Heart, which again, you know, we just don't have items for Jin right now, so I'm not really feeling like Sniper Heart, so I'm really in between these two. I'm just going to go ahead and do first aid kit for right now. I have a feeling I'll be getting a little bit more healing in the future. I'm just going to go ahead and buy this Tristana. Let's just scout for more blitzes, see if there's any particular corners for assassins. Looks like right's getting pulled, so let's just do something like this. Alright, let's see how it goes. So this is the guy that got that committed really early to the armor plating, which is definitely not a bad augment whatsoever. Again, it just kind of forces you to commit to the to everything, to actually playing some sort of Colossus. But you know, at the end of the day, since like Scion Galio is a pretty good frontline anyway, and you can flex that into multiple comps, it's like you're not forcing the mutants or anything like that. But this guy definitely is getting hit up a little bit. He's definitely really weak right now. Not really sure why he's at 48, but he is going to be happy to see that Scion. I'm sure he's going to take it. Yeah, there you go. So, okay, let's think about us now for a second. So we got Rod, so, you know, tier would be good here. Fist would be fine. I'm not really looking for bow. So we'll go ahead and I guess we'll take this and we'll make Jeweled Gauntlet. I'm not sure, you know, this is almost looking like maybe like a Seraphine game or something. Just since we have the first aid kit, that might be beneficial. And Seraphine does enjoy playing Shojin, but we don't have some of the best in slot. But at the end of the day, I've talked about this before, you don't have to worry about best in slot too much. It's just having, you know, especially until you really get to honestly probably like Platinum and Diamond, as long as you're just, you know, you have a general game plan in mind, you're playing a pretty strong board, you'll be good to go. So, here in terms of like what my strongest board is, it's, thankfully for me, the comp's kind of like put together. I just really just picked frontliners and went from there. I got a Caitlyn pair, so I added Tristana for sniper. I had Poppy as my main tank, so I itemized her. I slammed good slammable items that just in terms of general game knowledge, I know that Warmogs is good on everything, on pretty much any frontline tank. And we're fine with taking these sort of losses, since we have metabolic, we don't have to worry about getting rolling down and getting stable. I think once we are further along into the climb, we're gonna have to have some very serious conversations about when to stabilize at 3-2, on 4-1, 4-2, 5-2. Like there's a lot of stabilization points that you need to be considering. But in this earlier stages, for everyone involved, like I said, you can just kind of play your general strongest board. And wow, this guy is streaking like crazy, and it looks like he's going to be playing challengers. He doesn't really have exactly perfect items for it, but you know what? Not nothing. Let him do his thing. Let him do his thing. I mean, and he's probably going to show me up right now by wiping the floor with me. But one thing I will note. I am 10 less health than him, but I am a lot richer. I'm going to be hitting 7 here real quick, where he's going to, I guess he's been rolling. Like, I think you kind of see a lot of panic or just people just kind of rolling just to roll in some of these lower elos. But, you see me, I'm just, okay, 4 units, whatever. It is what it is. I don't know why we couldn't kill that fucking Warwick, but other than that, not the worst in the world. This last battle's going. Ooh. Not too bad. So, again, we're just getting nice metabolic value. Getting some econ. Let's just chuck in a Malzahar there for now. We're going to continue at 8. And I'm going to try to not... Again, the last 2 games... Oh, God, I'm just... Mortdog is not giving me a lot of help in terms of, I'm like... This is like perfect for going quick 9 since I'm fairly stable. I definitely need to replace this Tristana with something. I'll probably put these items on Mal's or something like that, but we'll see what else we get here. Okay. All right. So we definitely have some good options. So we're gonna keep trucking along. So we're gonna go ahead and probably get out of Yordles for. Well, actually, we don't have to get out of Yordles. We can get rid of this. Go ahead, put these items. We're gonna have a bow to deal with. I'm not sure how we want to do that, but I can eat this Negatron with a Gargoyles. Again, a good frontline item. Something like this. Again, just more good frontline, and I'm just gonna play Braum over Leona for right now. And we're just going to keep climbing up. And we'll see. I'm expecting to probably take a handful of losses here. Our front line isn't incredible. It's not awful, but it's pretty low damage right now. But, okay, this might be a good example of, we probably need to go 8 and stabilize, so we'll see. I know literally like 5 seconds ago, I was like, oh yeah, we can go 9 back. I'm just kind of chatting. I mean, I'm getting beat the hell up by Ass Blaster 69, can't let that happen. Ooh, Oriana, that's fine. So, let's see, if we go, we'll have about 20 gold. Ooh, okay, I'm going to greed one more. I'm going to greed one more round. Go ahead, just kind of put our tank, quote-unquote, in the front. And in terms of carries, again, we have a lot of options. This is an interesting spot, so we can try Arcanists. Lux isn't super great right now. I mean, not weak, but probably not the strongest. I really like the idea of doing some sort of Seraphine carry. Okay, and we got a reroller guy, so I'm assuming we'll lose this one as well, but that's okay. We're just hoping for good losses, which, at least he's only level 6, so at the end of the day, at least I can only take a 6-unit loss since the robot doesn't count, but he's at his peak strength right now. He's rolling at 6, 0 econ. He has pretty good augments for it too, so he'll probably do fine. I'm sure he'll top 4 with this. Twitch Singe, this sort of like 3 chem tech, yeah, 2 clockwork, 3 innovator, sort of composition is fairly popular, but we're definitely using a lot of our metabolic value. So I don't, and it looks like we have challengers, whatever this guy is, some stuff, other reroll. Okay, so it looks like we'll be pretty uncontested. So let me focus up here and let's try to build some sort of composition, huh? Okay, so we haven't finished, but we are getting there. So we'll just put some decent items here on our Victor, and let's see. I'm gonna be getting rid of Ziggs, so I don't need him. Not playing Jin, so we'll just stay at 10, and we'll kind of hang out here for now. Again, we have a pretty damn good front line. I don't know how this Darius got so far back here, but this will be a good Victor laser. No? Okay, well I feel like this done. This is gonna be a grind. Oh, there you go. Overtime. Just 100 to 0 real quick. Oh boy. Ooh, so there is Kaisa. We don't have great Kaisa items. Yeah, I figured we weren't gonna get that. So Tier or Rod is fine by me, just to get Victor quicker casts. So we'll go Rod Tier here, just to get slightly quicker cast, kind of shred. So what are we looking to get rid of? Poppy, Caitlyn. We're pretty much looking to get rid of like 5 units here. So this is going to be a pretty big pivot, but we'll get there. So I'm going to focus up again. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Okay, so we kind of lost. I might give up Ori for Leona, but we'll see. Just to add a little bit more extra tank. We got a pretty strong Kaisa over here. Whew, though it is true that we do have first aid kits, so our healing and shielding is stronger. So there is the concept of keeping it in because we get the enchanter buff. We also get, so maybe we'll be looking to replace. We probably don't need Mouse. I think we're going to be looking for Jaina. Let me just kind of speak it into existence. And we also get Arcanist Heart, which I think, or do we want Clockwork to get quicker attack speed? Because I think 20 AP isn't going to matter that much. I think the bigger thing is actually going to be attacking more. So we'll go ahead and get that. I think I really would like to kind of figure out a few things here in life, but we can go ahead and do this. There you go. Ooh, wow, that's a huge pickup actually. And there is this temptation, and just don't know if my boy here is actually going to be getting us any items or that many items. So, ooh. Okay, we'll stick with this. We'll stick with this. If we can 2-star Tom Kench. The problem is that, like, well, I'm glad I took him out for this matchup since he's awful into Colossi. And wow, he just suffered my only real front line. We definitely need a 2-star a lot of things, so we're gonna keep rolling. And I do need that Seraphine. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna take the L. We're just gonna be a bit sad. Okay, again, we're trying to get as much value out of our augments as possible. We're definitely healing and shielding. Okay, Scion's down, so now it's just the Cho'Gath who can be a slow and steady. He's gonna get the invincibility. There we go. Good old laser. Okay, that's a nice upgrade. Sell this to make 10. And again, we're really just trying to, we have so many pairs to hit here. At some point you'd kind of hope, dream, believe that you would just be done rolling and you'd be stable, but sometimes you kind of have to keep on keeping on. So let's just kind of keep these guys more in the front line. And I'm feeling a little better about this clockwork. I like, so that's 10, 15, 20, 25 attack speed. I mean, that plus the static shiv and how well it kind of pairs with. Okay, cool. And Infinity Edge. Does pair well with Jewel Gauntlet. Oh boy. Oh boy, are we gonna be remaking Victor? Maybe. But let's keep rolling. We still have a lot of pairs to hit. We have even more pairs to hit. Okay. Pretty nice upgrade. So it is a bit awkward, but I think we'll just kind of relax. We'll hold on to this for now. We'll see if there is even a small chance we'd go Seraphine carry here still. Play like Blitzcrank, but we'll see. I mean, Victor is definitely not weak. Victor is definitely not weak, even as a 1-star here. Though I think I'm going to stop rolling now. I think, since we have our, what is this called? Metabolic, I think we're going to be able to continue to be stable. We've just been gaining more and more health. I think top 4 is essentially inevitable, which at the end of the day, if you want to climb, you can go 1st or 8th, or, I kind of know like we're probably going to be just fine. So, being at 0 econ and 70 away is a bit tricky. So here's another question is, do I want scrap over, I think I do want scrap over academy. Since I don't really care about Leona getting more ability power, and that does allow me to at least put an item on Janna here. So that gives us more possibilities to do something with this. And for now, here's BFSR. Alright, let's get this guy again. We're hoping for the... Okay, well, we like the Zephyr roll, which is why I put the fist on her, the sparring gloves, or whatever it's called. God, that Twitch is so strong in the back line, but that's okay. He's really the only assassin player, and, at this phase of the game, like, we can't really, position just for him. So, it's okay. We can take a loss here. Again, like, we're pretty much guaranteed a top 4. Surprisingly, my Blitzcrank did 0 damage. Seems almost impossible, but hey, there you go. But now we're just kind of just twiddling our thumbs. I mean, we still do have a couple of, we have 1 pair here, the front line. So I think we're just going to sit until we lose again. Because this guy is definitely one of the stronger players. Yeah, everybody else I'm not. Ooh, that guy is definitely gotten really strong all of a sudden. I got really, really strong all of a sudden. And I am fighting him. Looks like he got his Merc payout. So he's definitely going to be doing pretty well for himself. He doesn't have like the super most optimal items on his Kaisa, but I mean his board is definitely strong. And at the end of the day, that's really all you should worry about. Wow, that did pop GA, but my whole team's dead. Great. Fantastic. Fucking great. Oh, he has mutant as well. Wow. I'm kind of curious to see what does he have? So he has 3 mutant, 4 merc, 4 bruiser, 4 challenger. Wow. Really interesting. Ooh, so Shroud is definitely the item we're looking for. Morello's is also not bad. So I am kind of limited on options. So Thieves' Glove is gone, Shroud's gone. So we're looking for this Morello's right here. And we're going to be putting that on our Seraphine. Just add a little bit of healing reduction and, just an overall good item, even though nerfed. Add extra 2%, it's just 2%, but still pretty good. All right. Slowly hitting our pairs. Adjust myself. There we go. And also, the queue time for this game was like 5 minutes, so I wouldn't be surprised if some of the FR MMR is really starting to put us into higher tiered players that are probably closer to, you know, smurfing on their accounts like I am, which is good because I think we get pretty competitive games. I think this guy's board is really cool too, by the way. Wow, I grabbed his Kaisa. Oh, almost. Oh, okay, there you go. Got the kill off. You know, we really just kind of utilizing our augments here pretty well. We're getting a lot of heal. I mean, talk about healing and shielding. I mean, we got Yumi that's shielding. We got, I think, almost half of our composition is healing or shielding, so that's pretty good. I think it's really just Braum. Yeah, that's it. I am curious to see if your heal. I wonder if the bodyguard shield. I'm actually going to be looking out for that to see if the bodyguard shield plays with first aid kit. Because if so, that would be pretty crazy. Yeah, I know I said I was going to roll after this guy, but I kind of noticed how not really. Sometimes it just be like that. All right, so in terms of, okay, so he's Zephyrine over there to the right. So we're going to go ahead and kind of rearrange our units a little bit. Put him on the left. Kind of move things around. Oh, wow, this guy is Innovator at 1 health. And his board is definitely not weak, that's for sure. I mean, Dragon is always going to, you know, be a very, really strong unit when he casts. Oh, come on, Victor, cast again. We got that back line. The Seraphine still lived. Oh, but the healing and shielding. Oh, let's go. Huge fear, but Victor don't care. Wow, Innovator sucks. That, all right, I mean, because like I think our board is okay, but it's like I have a 1-star Victor is definitely not what you want. But wow, that definitely speaks volumes. And wow, we got another good item for our Seraphine. She is actually already kind of becoming a secondary carry. So, and do I regret putting the BF sword on there? Maybe a little bit. But hard to expect that you're getting all these fantastic items. And at the end of the day, if I get more AP items, I'll be able to put it on Ori, which is hopefully going to be 3-starred by then. And, you know, Janet, it would be nice if you stopped getting Quicksilver. But, I mean, I guess get Quicksilver now. Oh, hey, free Tarek pair. We take those. A little bit of gold for our troubles. Might as well, I don't know. Here's Mouse. Okay, never mind. Ooh. Mongoloid upgrades with 40. Okay. That helped our front line be a little tankier. So this guy got weaker somehow. I think he's kind of trolling, but okay. So we're gonna do a couple of things here. So we're gonna kind of keep what we got going on. We saw the Zephyr on the front line, but it's going left, so that's why we're just gonna kind of relaxed. And we'll see how we do against this guy. He definitely kicked our ass last time, but I'm feeling a little more confident. I mean, that Twitch is definitely not something to mess with. That's for sure. Jeez, he is just clobberized my team. But I did better this time around. Not much better, but I did a little bit better. Okay, Ori didn't get her ult off. Oh, 5-unit loss is a bit disheartening, but you know it's okay. Like, do I want to do what I said I was going to do? And troll. Well, at this point, I've hit so many pairs. I have nothing really to roll for other than Victor. So if that's the case, I might as well wait to go to 9. You know, when I claimed that, you know, I had, you know, Blitzcrank 1, Tarek 1, Ori 1, but since I hit pairs during those neutrals, I think we're pretty good. So we don't have to worry about the assassin player now. We have this guy and this guy, so we're gonna put her again in the front. Maybe something like this. Be nice to get a huge shroud value here. Cool. Okay. Well, No one's going to be stopping Janna from ulting, so I mean, that's something. It's not nothing. Ooh, nice Yuumi ult. Huge Yuumi ult. Yuumi 2 doing in some work. There we go. We just have too much healing. Oh, yeah, I said I was going to check to see if those bodyguards get an extra shield. Oh, and it looks like they do. Yeah, so they get 135. So, fun fact, first aid kit works with bodyguard shield. Like, you expect it to, but you never know sometimes. This is, something like this is definitely tempting. I'll stay on it for now because I don't think I'll be able to hit anytime soon. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna put Janna right here. Again, we're hoping for some shroud value. We don't really wanna. Guess we can do something like this. Seems fine. Hopefully Yuumi doesn't jump on the Janna. I just kind of realized that, but it is what it is. Nope. Ooh, but I got. Oh, yeah, okay. So he shroud cheesed me a little bit. That's okay. Okay. Got an ult while I got knocked up, so kind of took off the sting on that a little bit. Wow, that Yuumi actually did a lot of damage, surprisingly, but so did that Kaisa. Let's go. But again, like I said, we hit our top 4. We're good to go. We definitely want that Victor, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone's seeing that Chemtech spat and getting some ideas. If not, we'll go for Mal's, so let's see. Yeah, thought so. So that way we can put we can kind of get rid of that BF sword. So no harm, no foul. Okay, got the Victor pair anyway. I'm still at a lot of life, so I don't really want to roll with just 10 gold. So I guess we'll just sit for now. So it's just kind of noted that he's going to be he's going to be shrouding that. So yeah, I guess we just kind of relax. I'm going to do something like this, with the hopes that when the Twitch jumps, he's just going to be hanging out with the Taric, and hopefully he's just going to be using that as more excuses to healing and shielding, and he doesn't attack my backline. Okay, proved to be fairly effective. We got 2 ultis off. Yuumi shield, huge. Twitch is still alive, though. Okay, can we kill? That's the ultimate question, is can we kill anything? He is life stealing. Ooh, but that's okay. Hey, we're improving. we're not getting absolutely demolished. And let's see. So is this guy? I mentioned he was probably going to top 3. Poor ass blaster, but I think he kind of threw there a little bit. And this guy is definitely looking really strong. So now at this point, we'll go ahead and go to 9, and we'll just see what we can get. Maybe one of these for good measure. Really looking for Victor. Unseen Victor is the deadliest. And thankfully this shroud is not going to be as bad. Oh, Janna. Maybe I got really lucky on those last 2 times when I was getting shrouded, but we're really hoping to get some Victor action. I'll go ahead and make 10. Again, we got the cast right at the same time, but we're definitely not going to be winning this matchup until we get Victor too. It's just a huge upgrade to our damage. Oh wow, I'm pretty sure that. Wait, does he not have GA on his what's his calling? Well, all right. Well, all right. Looks like that was a shroud diff. Let's go. Oh, I was fighting his ghost. I was kind of getting excited about that. Okay, like I said, we're still looking for Victor. We'll hold on to legendary so we get better odds. And like I said, we're gonna kind of keep chilling like a villain. Okay, that's not a bad pickup. Go ahead and just, here you go, Tom Kench. Here's 90 health. Why not? Not really sure who else to put here. I almost just I might actually put Tom Kench here in the corner in hopes that he just eats the Twitch. That's going to be my new top tier strat. I think if that happens, we'll be good to go. And we'll put this on Braum just so that way our front line is just a little more tankier. Cool, okay, we're still looking for... We're really just looking for one unit, so let's clear this off a bit more. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Here, Tom, you can eat this to celebrate. So we're going to be predicting that jump, so we'll see how that goes. I know I said I was going to put it on the back line, or on the front line, but it is what it is. Okay, so he actually did move. I was curious if... Oh, finally I get the shroud, but I don't know if that's actually going to work out here. Okay, do get the cast before the Scion ulti. That's big. Okay, my Victor's going in the bounce house. Oh, huge Yumi ult there right before. Okay, Victor gets full cast off before dying. And that is a shroud diff. Ooh. So, alright, so now we're just, I think, okay, well now we don't have to worry about that assassin guy, so we can actually put it up here now. Something like this. And my idea is that as soon as, he's probably going to swap like this, so we're just going to do something like, we'll see. Swap over to the far right. It's still a pretty good shroud for him, but we're hoping that... I don't have a shroud on his Kaisa, but he doesn't have a shroud on my Victor, and... Oh, I was just about to say, and my Victor isn't getting CC'd, but here he goes. Getting CC'd. Okay, Kaisa still has GA. Lasers coming in. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be real close. Oh, Victor got one laser off. Ah, well. Well, second place. Hit him with a GG. Why not? And there you go. So that's the game. Again, I'm really hoping to eventually get a game where we can play some AD, but again, just kind of Victor, we're playing some AP Flex. Again, I think the big lesson in that is, utilizing your augments. I talked about metabolic being really good in the early game, but there, when I was in this kind of middle game, it allowed me to push 8 with pretty decent health, stabilize then, and we were able to pick up some decent units, kind of use first aid kit and some of our other augments to really, to its fullest extent. We talked about even going Seraphine carry there, and at the end of the day, it kind of worked out. Shroud is a really good item, and it's just kind of one of those things where it's shroud diff. But pretty happy with that. We're finally at the stage where we have to like scout and think of ideas. So time to turn that brain on, guys. So thank you again for watching. Go ahead and let me actually here. Go ahead and follow me on Twitch. We'll be streaming about 2 to maybe even 4 times a week once we really get the ball rolling. But go ahead, give me a follow there. But hopefully y'all learned something. Enjoy the grind. In the meantime, like, comment, sub, and I'll see y'all in the next episode.